I'm live. I feel like Steve Martin right now. Louise! Woohoo! My new buddy. Well, you're the only one here, Louise, so we get to do whatever you want. And if no one else shows up, we might as well just FaceTime. It's going well. How's it going for you? It must be late. Thanks for staying up. Oh, it's not just me and Louise anymore. I'm going to try to sing this song, and then we'll do whatever it is we're going to do. It's not enough. I need your love. Days in the rain. Moments pass me by, and it's not fair that what you wear begs my eyes to have another taste. Warren, the pace, Ivan, my heart is 102. All I'm saying is I like it. Troy, I was hoping when you do you were gonna come because I'm waiting for my Clark's Pittsburgh trip. Louie! I can't talk and see if I talk and I have up the song. Chris! L-Boy! Video on. I'll go back to that. L-Boy, don't worry. I gotta finish this up. Play it cool. I play it cool, but as a rule, I'm seldom left with quite enough of you. And when we share a slice of air, your exhale makes me almost lose my grip, and I trip. That feeling I can't subdue. All I'm saying is I like it when you do you. Who's a bold one? Arturo, what's up? And Kayla's here. Kayla, that song that I just played is called You Do You, and it's by me. And that's funny to say. And Kayla made the artwork for it, so I'm excited to publish it, and I will. I'm not going to, Kayla. It just hasn't happened yet, but it will. Let's see. What did I miss? Justin Taylor, I was just thinking about you. Edgar's here. Chris said hi to Chris. Juan Pablo, hello. Late night. Elboy. Oh, thanks, Elboy. Now, what was the question you asked? You said, can we do something on acoustic something? But I was trying to. Kayla, that's You Do You. That's the song that your artwork is for. It's on my channel. There's a great cat video. You can watch the cat video if you just look on maybe the originals playlist. Pat's here. He said he was going to be decorating the tree. He ditched his family. Okay, he is ditching us. No problems. Oh yeah. Let Kermie sing. G. Have yourself. I can't do it on the. It is December. Do we have a Christmas? Oh, thank you, Elboy. I'm glad you enjoy them. E minor. This is the easy one. C, D. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Don't watch me. He's singing. Bless your heart. It'd be better a little higher. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. You're welcome, late night. Let your heart be light. Dave Matthews, number 41. I don't know anything about that. We can look at that. Make a shining star upon the high. And then the chords change there. That's all I know. But here's something I've been doing in my head. I haven't done this out loud yet, so we'll see. I've been doing this almost incessantly in my head for a couple of weeks. Hey, Kermie. Hey, Kermie. 2 Swedish Kermies. Ah. That's what I do when I'm by myself. Ryan Giorgiani. Where's my grandson? I don't know, Mom. Ryan's here. My Lafayette. I'm still Brandy Carlisle. I don't even know what that is. What those two words are together. To a disorienting degree. Thank you. I have no. Oh, it's Lee's birthday. Wonderful. Happy birthday, Leigh. That is so funny because Ruthie just said, do you want to take a cupcake down in case it's someone's birthday? I'm going to take you up on that offer. Cupcake assistant. Nick, oh, that's my news I wanted to share with everybody. Nick Croce and I, since I last talked to you in this format anyways, I went to New York, which I've never been to New York before, even though I'm, from Pittsburgh. I grew up in Pittsburgh. Never went to New York. Matt Franks is here. I knew he'd be here. And I went ice skating with my student from California. And I was, well, anyways. And then I went and I jammed with Nick. So Nick and I are starting a band. And he lives in NYC, and I live in Philly. So anybody who knows anybody, we need a lead guitar player, definitely. We need a bassist, definitely, and we need I would like to have a piano player. We need a boom gasper. Yeah. Terrence is behind the curtain. He's busy organizing his presidential campaign. Terrence is. Pearl Jam cover. Oh, they did. Well, here we go. Shows what I know. Leigh, where can we? Can you hover the cupcake just exactly right here? Look at that hand, everybody. Is that not the most magnificent hand? Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leigh. What's the next chord? F. Leigh, happy birthday to you. Woo! You may take that away now. I'm not eating. It's delicious. It's just I don't eat much sugar, so if I do owe Nick cookies. Ruthie baked Nick cookies, and I left them in the car. Let's see, Mehmet. That's why I like this Sunday thing. We haven't even started doing anything yet, but we will. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna. Somebody make a suggestion. You're welcome, Leigh. Sunday nights are just like the worst. It's like you want them to go on forever, and they don't. But it's like a wind down time. But you're also kind of dreading the next thing. I'm going golfing tomorrow, so this is not the case for me right now because it's going to be 51 in Philadelphia tomorrow. All right. Okay. Nobody's thinking about anything. I have my list of topics under Kermie here. What's up, Peter? How are you? REM. That looks like Portuguese. Oh, it must be Italian because the last word is Italian. Sam's here. Oh, Sam, I can always count on you. We should do. We're going to do that song. Ryan, no, no, Ryan. Sam, clue us in that movie. See, I live under a rock in the basement here, so just want to let you know that you're. Oh, thank you so much, Peter. I'm sure that's not how you say your name there. In college, I majored in Russian. Can't speak a word of it. I can say "Здравствуйте." I can say "Junsi." That's jeans. How am I doing? Okay, he's Czech. There you go. That's really funny. Why did I major in Russian? Nobody asked, but I'm just thinking that myself right now. Still haven't come up with an answer for that question. Maybe someday. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, I like this one. I like this thought. It's that a 1 in a million thing, right? But if you think of how many things happen every day, a million is like once a month because like a million things happen a month. You open the door, you tie your shoelaces, you brush it. A million things happen a month, roughly, by somebody's math. I forget who it was I read. But so then when we're talking to, I've got 8,000 YouTube subscribers, and that's a lot of people to me. And I can imagine the people who have a gazillion whatever. But when we're dealing with that many people, every once in a while, there's going to be something amazing that happens. And this guy, when we did the Silverchair video, I'd like to read this for you. This was an incredible coincidence that meant a lot to me. Dude, thank you so much for putting this up today. Me and my buddy would always listen to the Frog Stomp album whilst drinking whiskey and generally having a blast. He died 9 years ago, and today, the very day I put the video up for the Silverchair song, would have been his 30th birthday. So now I sit here, guitar in my lap, a whiskey in front of me, and thanks to you, I'm playing this badass track. You don't know me, obviously, but this lesson you put up means the world to me. That was awesome. I like that one. Okay, Peter's saying check things. Corduroy's a warm-up. You read my mind. I was literally thinking that earlier. I thought so too, Nick. Here's how I do it on acoustic. You do your thing, right? Not the open G string. Nick and I did corduroy. I'm going to post a video of me and Nick's experience. It was really fun and super cool because he was like, I'm going to do this like the 2003 Matt Cameron version. He got very specific. And we opened up with corduroy, right? The waiting drove me. I'm thinking. You're finally here and I'm a mess. Take your entrance back. Can't let you roam inside my head. I don't want to take what you can't get. I would rather start a new showbread. I'm actually wearing corduroys right now. Yes, I lie a little just like before. Now for this part, you hang on your like E power chord down to A and up to C, and it kind of fills it out more when you're by yourself. I'll take the firmest path. Oh, and I must refuse your test. Push me and I will resist. This behavior's not unique. I don't want to hear from those who know. They can buy but can't put on my clothes. I don't want to wait for them to walk. Never would have known of me before. I don't want to be held in your debt. Ain't off in blood that I do wed. I'm already cut up and half dead. Really enough alone like baby can. I will it. I just managed to read that. Absolutely nothing's changed. I'm not going for it. Take my hand, not my picture, still my t-shirt. I don't want to take what you can't give. I would rather start and eat your bread. All the things that others want for me. If I would, I won't because it's free. Give me what I want because it's free. Give me what you want because I ain't supposed to be just fun. For to live and I let it be done. Figure I'll be damned. All alone like I'll be damned. Well, thank you, Hardy. Yeah, so when Nick and I were jamming, I got and in sometimes, right? I didn't know how to play sometimes, so Nick taught me sometimes, which he learned from me. And then for the In My Tree Bridge, I had to take a lesson for myself in the middle of our jam. Thank you, Edgar. Thank you. Brian's here. Hey, Brian, how are you? Oh, my God. Well, you know, what am I supposed to do? You can go watch the football game. That's totally fine. But the Eagles are playing tomorrow, so that's fine. Plus, true story, I don't watch football, so it's not that I don't appreciate football. Yeah. Thanks, Matt. Thank you very much. I watch baseball, and I spend an ungodly amount of time watching golf, as you probably know if you watch this channel. I had another thing I wanted to address here. Justin Taylor, could you explain the difference between a riff and a lick? the thing about musicians is we make up words that aren't words to describe things that you can't describe with words, right? So a riff and a lick, to me, a riff and a lick. A riff, to me, now this is different to everybody, right? Did I do this in a video or in another live stream? I don't know. Maybe it's a different set of people. I'm sure it's, what are the odds that it's the exact same people? Anyways, a riff to me, it is a thing about a song, like a live would be a riff. That's a riff. It never changes. It's always the same. It's written down, and every time they do it, it's the same. A lick, not contrary to a riff, I'm not going to say that, but a lick could be part of a riff. A lick could be part of a solo. A lick could really describe anything at all. To me, that's not like a chord. That's what I think. I think you could call it dissident or a lick and a riff, because it's got a specific thing a thing that you do, something you can, a technique is involved in a lick. Go Cubs. Absolutely go Cubs. Someday we'll go all the way. That was a fun lesson. I think we have our Christmas request for this year. Someday at Christmas. I think we got that taken care of, but next year we're gonna need another one. Last time we did oh please let me, oh when I was a kid, oh how mad, let me sleep, is that what that's called? Well, I'll just keep coming up with things to do then. I'll do all the work. I'll do all the work. Band. Oh, here you go. You should do a video of tips for people starting a band, looking to start a band. I feel like you'd have some great insight on that. Here's my insight on that. What advice would you have? I'm feeling stuck with my progress lately, not knowing how to improve or get to that next level. In a guitar plateau, I think plateaus are part of getting better at anything. That's, yep. Let me sleep. That's it. I think plateaus are part of anything. I think you kind of, because you don't know if you had like a nice outline. I was wondering that, Louise, just earlier today, if I've done Mankind. We should do it now. We'll earball it out. Like, you know, I say this and I believe it. Guitar is such a giant subject. Learning everything one can do on the guitar would be like learning everything one can do on a chessboard. Now, I don't play chess, but as I understand it, there are a gazillion possibilities that could happen during. So it's kind of like the same thing. Everyone's going to have their own little segment of guitar that they're good at. So given that means no one can give you a list of all the things you must learn in order to play the guitar. And so therefore, where you're in your plateau, you're blind because you don't know what comes next. So you kind of have to grasp around at straws. Oh, habit. Oh God, we'd have to listen to that. Costa Rica. Hey man, good to be in Costa Rica. You're like grasping at straws and you don't even know what you're supposed to work on. So that's natural. And I always say, like, here, let me talk to Leigh, because it's Leigh's birthday. So Leigh, what's the last song you learned to play? Well, I start to figure out I love Fatal. How good is he? We did that one, right? What's the first chord of Fatal? Edgar? Oh, I hate that song. Anyone else hate that song? No offense. I didn't mean to offend anybody there. There's a delay. Leigh's not answering. Hello in Chile. Patricio said, I recognize that name. Edgar, do you like that song? It's totally okay if you do. I mean, it's like ice cream flavor. You can't ever tell someone that their favorite ice cream flavor is a undeniably bad flavor of ice cream. I've said this before. I went through a giant. There was a like 8-year spell there where all the musicians I played with. Oh, thank you, Louise. All of you. Oh, you really like that song. I remember that. Made fun of me for liking Pearl Jam, and they would say this song is bad or that song is bad, and then they'd argue about you can't. It's a subjective matter. Where is Leigh's answer? Let's how does It's B. Mankind is B. Oh, that's all right, Edgar. We can do it here. And I'm gonna loop back and look at the songs we've done on live streams, because who the heck would want to sit through a 45-minute video to learn the song that they want? And I'm gonna make concise videos about all of those. So B, 7th fret of the E string, right? I don't know if we've done Mankind. I love this song. E is 7th fret of the A string. C sharp, 4th fret of the A string, and then G sharp, 4th fret of the E string. I was at State College. What was it? 03 when they did this and they messed up. It was awesome. Of course, that time you switch it early when you so 2 3 4 2 3 4 2. Every other time just straight up 4s, and then the last time 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 3 4. Your channel has helped me rise above a plateau. Thank you. There are many plateaus. I've not done Mankind. Oh, great. So then we switch to C and F sharp. C's on the 3rd fret of the A string. F sharp. Eagle fan. Oh, really? That's crazy. Mother Love Bone is so important. Oh, we'll do all of them. Don't you worry. That flames and Nick. God damn it. Sorry I didn't win the microphone, Nick. And that's the verse. I'll be going up and down. We did do, we'll get back to that, don't worry. We did do a Brad song finally. Did everyone see Sean Smith, the singer of Brad's very lengthy comments on that video? No, you didn't win, Edgar. Sorry. Roth did. Something off. Well, there's that, Leigh. I think I'm just too lazy to learn new things, so I just stick with easier songs that have loads of power chords. That's, you know, it's like, and I hate to always bring everything back to golf, but you play with people who play golf once a month and they get angry that they didn't hit a good shot, and they get angry, and they, you know, if you got to whatever it is, you want to get better at baking, you got to do baking. In how much time do you learn playing while singing? That's all right, Giovanna. It's totally fine. You need to listen to the London 2 Mankind. Stone is having a great banter with Ed. I'm going to because I remember my first attempts at learning to play and sing, and it's hard because, you know, I say this all the time because it's true. You're going from having to do this and this at the same time, and the correct time and the right thing, to adding what word, when, and what pitch. So 3 more things. You're doing twice as much stuff. So start with Free Fallin' by Tom Petty. Just start with Free Fallin' because it's all, she's a good girl, right? Everything happens on the downbeat. Loves her mom, and simplify it. Or if that's an awful song to you, pick some other song and simplify it. Like somebody just say a song comfortably. Oh, that's so awesome, Chris. So pick a simple song. Pick a pop song. Pop songs are simple. Nothing against pop songs. They're just designed to be likable by most. Like McDonald's food, and so then it'll be easy to do. Somebody, you know, I woke up, the rain was, and strum once, just strum once, and sing the rest. There were people standing all around, because then this has to go on autopilot, and you're matching up so much more stuff. So that's my advice. Pick an easy song with just 4 chords and just strum once and worry about the singing. That's what you got to do. It takes a long time. Like anything. It takes the same amount of time as everything else, is what I'll say. So where were we? F sharp. C, radio. Just C and F sharp. I feel like Jeff's doing a G there or something. Anyways, until we're into the chorus, which is just inadvertent simulation. think the action on the guitar, lower the better. Lower if you want to be a guy. But you sacrifice. I don't know. You know, people ask me about guitar, like stuff like that. And to be frank, I don't know much about guitars. I know how to play them, and I have some dear friends who know a lot about them, and they help me with those things. That's what I have to say about that, Brian. So lower makes it easier, right? Lower makes it easier. I don't think you can adjust action on an acoustics, but on electrics for sure. So to some extent, we shall say, to some extent, lower action is better. Obviously, when it's like, you know, if you have, and so one of the things that causes that is you're, you know, that thing, that screw that's in here that you can access, and it's like a hex. I'm also very handy. One of those wrenches that adjusts your neck. If your neck is this way, that was exaggerated, of course, then your strings are like this far off the fretboard, and it's really hard. So that's the thing. You're supposed to get your guitar adjusted like once a year when the seasons change drastically. And I'm sure when you're recording or something and need it to be all just right, sure. But if it gets painful, for God's sake, take your guitar to your local guitar technician and have him fix it. Wait, where were we? Is who now? No, I have my, this is not plugged in. There's no pedal. I actually don't own a single pedal. The next pedal I need to buy is a wah, because I got a nice email from a, what's that place where we go do needless fighting all the time? A veteran of that place. And he said, I'm trying to think of the what's Tom Morello, Rage Against the Machine song that goes bang, bang, but then I get them mixed up. And yes, thank you, Edgar. Thank you. He wanted me to do that one, but it's so heavy use of the wah pedal, so that's the first pedal I'm gonna buy. So, oh yeah, so about that. About the phaser sound, I'm aware that sometimes this video quality is not that great. I got to plug my thing directly into the thing so that doesn't happen. And I got to get me a USB mic. I hope by next time one of those two things will have happened so that the sound and video quality. Yes, Bulls on Parade. Thank you. And now when you thought that, see, I was humming Killing in the Name, but I was trying to say Bulls on Parade. So there you go. How long have I been playing? Since I was 12. I've been playing since I was 12, and I am 36, so I've been playing for 24 years. Oh, my God. Seems like a long time. My favorite Christmas guitar tune, that Beach Boys song. Merry Christmas, Saint Nick, Christmas comes 2 times a time. 11 pedals, Arnis. That is really fantastic. Yeah, that's all there was to Mankind. There, we did Mankind. B, E, C sharp, G sharp, and C, F sharp. Woohoo! What Fatal? Fatal's the one with the. And I will say that I think anyone can get. I say this because I mean it. I'm about as good at the guitar as I want to be. I'm not ever going to become Shredder Magoo. But the thing I do work on is putting chords together. You guys, if you've watched my STP videos lately, I'm like in awe of Dean's ability to use these chords that I never even ever thought of. So that's sort of where I, in the rare moments when I work on something for myself on the guitar, those are the things, and I do it like in the car, because you can, when you start to develop your music brain mind, you can kind of work on it without a guitar in your hand. Do I work on scales at all? No, I don't work on like fingering scales, because your major and your minor scales, and that's 92% of all the music you're ever gonna do. And your major scale is, let's do A. So I've worked on them to the extent that I would like to. Well, that makes so much sense, Arnis. Thank you for that tidbit. Your major scale is always going to be starting wherever, but let's start on 5, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 4. Can't count 6, 7. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? And so the other one's the minor scale. 5, 7, 8. 5, 7, 8. 5, 7. What's the? Oh, you got a Taylor, Matt? Is that what we're talking about? I need to catch up here. So those are the 2 scales that are the vast majority of the way the songs that we listen to are constructed. And then you'll have things where it goes off of that scale, but you can think of it as that scale, but one thing different, rather than remembering that, oh, it's the F Dorian scale or whatever, because it's not really all that useful unless I don't solo very much. Brian, no, you know, I learn a few. I enjoy the solo videos. We haven't done one in like a year and a half, which is why I have it on the sheet, on the paper that we're doing the, sorry, Kermie, that we're doing the, we are doing the tripping on a hole in a paper heart on Thursday. That's going to be fun. My favorite song of PJ, In Hiding, always in hiding. You need to hear, oh, bye, Louise. Thank you so much for stopping by. We do have more Sunday left than you, but, you know, it was all this. You're in the future. It's not our fault you're in the future. How did I get into PJ? Just a short story, just because it was the cool thing that the cool kids said that everyone should buy, and so I did. And it was like a bird hatching, and it was imprinting. And then I only listened to Pearl Jam for 10 years. And then, oh, back to what I was saying about everyone can get real good, right? The thing was, when I started teaching guitar, I was not nearly at all even. I was probably about 1/20th as good as I am now. But the important thing was that I was better than the brand new beginners I was teaching, right? So the best way to learn is to teach. If you want to get better, one of the best things you can do is find a friend who wants to learn guitar and teach them, because you're better than them. They've never done it. Rasmus Sloth is here. So fast forward 10 years of that, 40 hours a week, that's a lot of guitar playing and teaching. And that's what led me to be able to put out a song every single day about how to play some song. Something that's helped me a lot with singing and playing is simply singing along when I practice scales. Start by singing and playing the same. Oh, like this, Sloth. La, 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 la. Yeah, so you can sort of connect your finger with your pitch recognition brain mind. Is that what we're talking about? Do I read music or the tabs? I do read music because I play the trumpet very well. I was obsessed with the trumpet when I was in grade school. I used to practice a lot. And then I've gone through the effort to transition that to the guitar, because I know what all the notes are, right? And I know what the dot means on the sheet. But it's just such a hassle to do that. So I read the tabs, and mostly I use my ear, but sometimes I'll get tabs, not very often. Who got into PG? Yeah. Well, I mean, Renata, it's kind of like, that's exciting for you because you're at the beginning, and now you get to like be super obsessed. It's really fun to be, and I am. It still happens. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh my God, I can't even believe, and just, it's that, that feeling. Try it, Taylor. You won't believe the tone. Taylors are the very best. I wanted to read the second half of Rasmus Sloth Hoffman and that place with the canoes over in Europe. Change it so you're singing one note earlier than what you're playing. It's difficult. Wow, that's an exercise just for the sake of an exercise, Sloth. Absolutely. So what he was saying is he wants you to sing this note while you play this note. That is hard. It'd be easier to do thirds, right? A third is the third note of the scale. Let's go back to our major scale, because then you're harmonizing with yourself, which is, there's something inherently really fun about harmonizing, which is, playing a note, one person playing one note, and one person playing a note that harmonizes with it. So, for instance, these two, right? Oh, that's you. But so A, and A's third. Doesn't matter what the note is. It's C sharp, but it's here. Like if you sing this, well, you play this, and then you sing this, well, you play that, then you got right? How'd I do, Sloth? I got a little pitchy there towards the end, but that's the idea. Harmonizing seconds that's hard. Wow. I can't do it. I can't hear that. How does Fatal begin? Minor. A minor, C, F, E minor. A minor, C. You gotta like pluck, 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 strum, pluck, pluck, strum. That D is so cool, and here's why that D is so cool. A minor, C, F, E minor, all chords in the key of C. Key of C, we're going to do a video series that's going to be so unbelievably, I'll try to make it as fun as I can, but it's just not going to be that fun. But we're going to get to know all the keys, because once you get to know all the keys, you're not so surprised anymore, and it's easier to memorize stuff because you already have the building blocks memorized, right? And then it's just like, you know, you learn to count to 10, and then if you didn't learn to count to 10, it would be very hard to learn addition. It would be very, very complicated. But once you learn to count to 10, you know the numbers, and then addition is not such a leap. Kind of the same thing. So when we're talking about Fatal, A minor, C, F, E minor, all chords in the key of C, which are C. Here's Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do in the key of C. Do, a chord. D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, this wacky thing called B diminished. It's awesome. C. It's hard to get to. So the verse in Fatal is in C or A minor. They're the same. That's saying the same thing. And then when he goes to the D, which is not in the key, because you remember our D in the key of C was, yes, very, very good, Edgar. Edgar did not learn to count. Our D in C was minor. So when Stone hits that D, the reason why it works is F, E minor, D, which sounds, it sounds uplifting, right? But the progression is actually going down. F, E minor, D. So it's got that going down one thing at a time sort of feel to it. And that's the reason why it meshes. It's like using the downwards as a bridge from the A minor key to the C key, and so that's why that's awesome. That's all I have to say about that. And then Stone uses this rad chord, which he likes to use. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I know there's two other examples of it where you lower that G string, and that is chord construction, right? D, that is D's root. The root of every single chord is the note that it's called. That is the G string second fret, or A. That's D's fifth. Another D, and a third. So we're taking our fifth and flatting it. That is the same thing that Dean did in our... That's a flat fifth as well. So things between songs. Play PJ when you're a car and hang out with them. It's oh, yep, you absolutely will. So yeah, we got our D, then our Dean chord, right? We can call the flat fifth the Dean chord now, I believe, followed by C, F, then I mean D. Da, 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 da. Do it with plush. Give me something. Oh. Yeah, kind of is the operative word. I don't know. We'd have to really think about that. What's going on here? Because, hey, Slender Chunk, what's up? Because we got a, who said that? Matt Frank said, we got a G, and then, you know, so that's like, well, if this is a D7, this is a D sharp 7 or an E flat 7, but it's got, really, Matt? Did I do it wrong? I am 100% right 92% of the time. So if I did it wrong, no worries. Where do I learn the songs from? I listen to it, I give it a shot, and then I look at videos of, well, what I've gotten into a better habit of doing lately is Mr. Longhair Elf is gotten to a better habit recently is watching videos of the band play it live, because there's almost nothing I can't hear now. And, you know, you go on Ultimate Guitar and that's fine, but what you're looking at is someone's guess, someone's best guess. That's not put together by experts. That's put together by people who think they know, so they upload it. My student Lauren, one of my proudest moments as a teacher, is one of my favorite students. Lauren used her free time to upload her tabs for some Matt Nathanson songs, which is her favorite. So that was neat for me. Yeah. Is that not how it's done, Matt Franks? I don't think when we did Plush, because it was so long ago, I was into that habit yet. But it's certainly not that. And if you listen to that one where he goes, this is a song called Plush, and then they play it just acoustic. Do I play out anymore? Nothing recent. Yeah, so it's our order of operations here. Playing out is probably a 12 to 18 month away thing, but I would like to, and I will. I should also say, I feel like I'm playing out right now because I'm playing and I'm talking to you guys, and nobody had to brave the cold weather. This is my playing out for now. But Nick and I are starting the band, and then we'll play out. Down. I love those G riffs because there's so many convenient open strings. Hi in Brazil, in all caps. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what it is. It's here's my wisdom for playing in a band. Here's the stages of being in a band. What happens is you start a band. Other Side. Oh, the Pearl Jam one. I don't know that one off the top of my head. I know we did it. That's a. I can't even. Somebody hum that over the words for me. When you do a band, what happens is you start a band, everyone's excited, you invite all your friends to go to the shows, and at the first show, every single one of your friends shows up, every single one. And then at the second show, which is, you know, probably way too, ooh, Pendulum. I love Wash because, yeah, Wash. Anyways, we're going to get to Wash, and then we got to talk about Paul McCartney. Okay. And then at your next show, which is probably way too soon after that, you know, all your friends pay a cover at a bar or something to go see you play, and then the next time half your friends come, and then the next time half of them come, until there's 6 people coming to your shows. There's just, the traditional way. I think the way to do it is cook a giant amount of food. Cook a giant amount. I used to coax my band members into band practice by cooking dinner for them, and then band practice. Everyone showed up every time when I did that. So cook a whole bunch of food. Playing in a band is the best practice. That is absolutely true. Yeah. Oh, it's Petri. Hey, Petri. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah. And so cook a whole bunch of food. Throw a party. Get some kegs, free booze. You know, get your friends there and make it a thing that happens like every 2 months or something, you know, not so often that it's just going to happen next weekend, so I'm not going to go. And feed them, give them drinks, and expose them to your music, because, I mean, the industry calls it impressions, and the fact is that you need to hear a song. I mean, how annoying is it when your friends go, oh, listen to this song, it's the best, and it's the first time you've ever heard it. And how many times does it happen that you like oh, thank you, Gerard, that you like a song that you've heard the first time? Not never, but not usually, right? It's because you like the songs that sound something like the songs you already like. If you're a country fan and someone plays you a death metal song, you're not going to like it. No amount of impressions would make you like it. It's too late. But if you've never heard music before and you're exposed to death metal, that's probably what you're going to like. So where was I going with this? Oh, so you gotta trick all your friends into coming to your house by giving them beer, and then make them, inadvertently listen to your songs, because after they hear them 5 or 6 or 7, there's people have spent way too much money figuring this out. And this is why songs go in commercials, so that you hear them, and the next time you hear them, you've at least heard them before. And then the 9th time you hear it, you really like it. And then why you don't like it anymore after the 100th time, I don't know. Well, I mean, for Pearl Jam songs, that never ever happens to me, but for, the annoying pop song that you just can't get away from because it's in it's in Sears while you're shopping in Sears, because that's where you shop. It's the worst thing ever. What? Oh yeah, Wash. I love that. The fact that the note bends. That's incredible, Kayla. That's great. You showed him some, yeah, fantastic. So where was I going? Oh yeah, that's why you have to trick your friends into coming to your house, and don't make them go to a bar and pay $10, $20, whatever to get in, and then pay $8 for drinks, or collect $5 from all of your friends, and then the kegs and the spaghetti is paid for. Hi, Sam's back. Oh, good. I love that the note bends and then trips over that fret. Yes, Edgar, absolutely. Lauren's mom, the aforementioned Lauren, Train was her favorite band. She saw, no joke, I don't remember what the number is, but it was more than 100, less than 250 Train shows, because she was so in love, and it was in San Francisco too, which is where Train is, right? So she had the opportunity many, many times. Where do you find a venue? I would do it at my home. Invite, 24 of your friends over and just have a party and enjoy it. It's like what we're doing now. Look, this works. If I went to have a performance tonight, 25 people would not show up because it takes a lot of trouble to go somewhere. But you are sitting at your couch. It took you no trouble to turn on the internet and show up. And here we are, and I'm talking to 26 people, which is about 26 times more people than I would be talking to if I had a performance tonight. So this is my playing out. And what would I don't know what my mother would say. Yeah, I remember I must have been thinking about it real hard, because I was dreaming about Wash, and I had a dream that Jeff Ament told me it was in G minor, and lo and behold, it is. It's in G minor. And one time I was writing a song, and I could not get the chord. I couldn't get the chord I was looking for. Couldn't find it. And I had a dream that Paul McCartney told me to try A minor 7. I woke up and I tried A minor 7, and it was. So I guess my higher self knew that I would only listen to Dream Paul McCartney. Can you play? Oh, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that one. Nick and I did this, and then let's sing the Craziest Friends theme song, and then let's get on with our football. That was not what I was saying, Kayla. I was simply saying that my brain was communicating with me. Not even that. My lips are shaking, my nails are bit off. Been a month since I heard myself talk. All the advantage this life's got on me. Picture, I always think it's cup, but I think it's coffin. And I fight back in my mind, and never lets me be right. Downbeats. I got memories, I got shit. So much I don't show. held me in that night. Oh, oh, thanks, Samantha. That's the opposite. I'm supposed to be. You're supposed to say that for the beer. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Old empty shells seem so easy to crack. Got all these questions, don't know who I can even ask. So I'll just lie alone and wait for the dream, where I'm not ugly and you're looking at me. And I stay there. How will I see there? If just once I could feel love, I'll stare back at me. Yeah. Oh, I walk the line. Thank you, Martin. When you held me in that night. Oh, I walk the line. When you held my hand that night. Oh, I walk the line. Eddie's mumbling that night. Oh, I paid the price. Never held you in real life. Why do you think he's Latvian? Woo, that was fun. Oh, thanks, Brian. Jeez, you guys are the best. I feel like I should stay and do something else. All right, give me another. Somebody say something. You live in Denver, but you're Latvian. Thanks, Edgar. Thanks for the. We should thank you for contributing to the cause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. The goal here, of course, is to make a living off of YouTube, and it's moving along. So gratitude everywhere. Play Nothing Man. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it my way. I know that that my way, the way the video isn't the right way, but it's the way I like to do it. You know, he capos it on 5, and but he doesn't capo the baby E string. He tunes it up to F. Thanks, Brian. I will say that expectations are shattered. My expectations. It's going better and faster than I could have ever hoped, and that's all thanks to you lovely people. So yeah, I like to tune up my B string and my E string up half a step. So now we have regular guitar, but these two notes are in the key of F, which is the key of Nothing Man. Oh, really, Sam? That's awesome. I'm excited for that. Why did I just had a stroke. This is awful if it's not in tune. I have a tuner right here. I'm going to use it. Then I'm going to play Nothing Man. And then we're going to go have the rest of our Sundays. Including your ice cream sundaes, if that's what you're eating. All right, Nothing Man, first Pearl Jam song I ever liked. Again, this is not how Stone plays it. It's how I like to play it. Get those, both of them ringing out. It's like the Coldplay version. Aw, I'm glad to hear that, Marnus. If I'm ever in Denver, I forgot to start singing. Once divided, nothing left to subtract. Some words when spoken can't be taken back. Walks on his own with thoughts he can't help thinking. Future's above, but in the past he's slow and sinking. Audible to lightning, first the day he let it go. Nothing man, isn't it something? Nothing man. Let me give her hand a break because that really hurts. It's funny tuning, playing with the regular tuning. Yeah. Well, that's correct, Petri, sort of, except for not the baby E string and tune it up to F and then do the regular chords. She once believed in every story he had to tell. One day she stiffened, took the other side, empty steps from each corner of a shared prison cell. One just escapes, one's left inside the well. He who forgets will be destined to remember. Nothing man. I request, Baron, how are you? Nothing man. Isn't it something? Nothing man. See if I remember this part. I'm thinking too hard. After he's flown away, oh, into the sun, yeah, into the sun. That was the A, and this is the C. Burn. Nothing man. Nothing man. Oh, could have been something. Nothing man. Hopefully anyone who watches this after it's done doesn't make it to minute 58. To witness that love. On the acoustic. That's a doozy. I wonder if we could play the Craziest Friends theme song on the trumpet. We need a D, a D, a G, D, G. D. I'm really good at trumpet. I'm trying to get the high D. Undeniably. Most decidedly. D, G, D. G's right there. This is going great. Like I said, I'm really good at the trumpet. Craziest. Yeah. But the thing is, this is the trumpet that I got for $70 on the classified ads when I was 12, and the valves don't work, and air barely goes through. I need to really shell out and buy a $150 new trumpet, and then it'll be a whole new world. By the way, that's the best Disney song, A Whole New World. I want to do a video on why A Whole New World is the best Disney song from a deconstructing the musical techniques they used standpoint. And then I want to write a song based around those techniques of my own. I've had this idea for a long time, and eventually I'll do it. Here we go. Craziest Friends theme song. D, everybody. Undeniably, most decidedly, the craziest friends. And that's when I say goodbye. And thank you for coming and for being here. Edgar's got it. Craziest Friends is catching on with Edgar. Yeah, that's it. Have a wonderful, why are you saying Luke? I don't get that. Thank you, Chris. Thank you all for, Cheddar Boy just got here. Well, yeah, you can watch it. And thank you, contributors to the cause, and just being here is contributing to the cause. So I really appreciate all of you and all of the yous who aren't even here at this moment, and all the people who aren't here yet, the future people, and not the past people though, because yeah, just kidding. Next one, Cheddar Boy. Yeah, 10K is going to happen a little after Valentine's Day, I do believe. Thank you, Steve. Julie! You just got here. Oh, we'll see you. We got to see you next time. Yes, Brian, good to see you here. Everybody, good to see you here. And thank you for all the great topics you guys brought up. Craziest Friends, out. That's our secret code word for when we're doing this. We are the craziest friends. Don't tell anybody. Thanks, Ernest. I'll see you guys.